extraordinary family
4 astronauts go up into space and come back forever changed.
will become fantastic. On July 25th.
Your planet is marked for death.
We will protect you.
As a family.
Their greatest strength
Johnny, quit screwing around!
is each other.
I tell you how to drive the ship! Don't tell me how to kill sexy aliens!
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. Get tickets now.
Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to another movie review. And this review is going to be on The Fantastic Four, First Steps. And the film stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, Julia Garner, Sarah Niles, and Natasha Lyonne, and Walter Hauser. Now, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, this is a film that I was looking forward to after I saw the trailer to it. I just really enjoyed the first trailer for the film, where, it looks like it takes place in a 60s, type world. Love the look of it. So right then from there, I was sold on the film here. But as for the other Fantastic Four films that came out before this, I did not see the 1994 film, which I heard is absolutely fucking terrible. The 2005 Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, I thought those films were okay. Like the first Fantastic Four, I had a lot of fun with. I liked the cast that they got for, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing. You got Owen Grufford as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, which I thought, he was very likable in the 2 films. Jessica Alba was decent as Sue Storm. Chris Evans, really enjoyed his character as Johnny Storm, Human Torch. Michael Chiklis also was very good in his role as Ben Grimm, The Thing. And I liked, Dr. Doom in the first film, played by Julian McMahon. But the first Fantastic Four, I had a lot of fun with. I liked it. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, was okay, but it does have problems. Like the Silver Surfer is wasted in that film, even though in the title it says Rise of the Silver Surfer. And Galactus in that film was a cloud, which was very fucking stupid. You gotta make Galactus a cloud in that film. But thank God we got Galactus, the way that he should be portrayed in this film, Fantastic Four: First Steps. But Fantastic Four 2015, or people call it Fanforstic, I call it Shitastic Four. That movie is fucking abysmal, absolutely fucking terrible. It literally takes them an hour to get their powers in that film. And just Kate Mara as Sue Storm, basically throughout that film, she's just behind the computer. Michael B. Jordan, I liked him as the Human Torch, as Johnny Storm. Miles Teller, he was as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, but that film, absolutely putrid. Don't even want to talk about more of Fanforstic or Shitastic Four. But Fantastic Four: First Steps here. Saw the film yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. Very good movie. They finally made a good Fantastic Four film here. With the right choices of, actors to play the characters. You got Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, and Joseph Quinn as, your Fantastic Four. But basically, what the film is about is, you have your heroes: Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, played by Pedro Pascal; Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, played by Vanessa Kirby; Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, played by Ebon Moss-Bachrach; and Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch, played by Joseph Quinn. And they protect their 1960s inspired futuristic world, which I really like. I like that the world is very 1960s, and you see, old billboards, in the city that, look like they were right out from the 1960s that they used. So the team must protect their world from Galactus, who was played by Ralph Ineson. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And Galactus, of course, is a gigantic cosmic who consumes the life force of planets. And it's brought to the Fantastic Four about this news from the Silver Surfer, who was played by Julia Garner. So she appears to announce to the people of Earth that their planet is being marked for destruction by Galactus, of course, who, is a planet-devouring cosmic. And pretty much Silver Surfer is one of the main villains of the film next to Galactus, where pretty much Silver Surfer is, pretty much Galactus' helper, where she ends up traveling through space on a surfboard in search of planets for Galactus to feed on. And the only reason why, Julia Garner's character ended up becoming the Silver Surfer is because Galactus wanted to consume her planet, but she did not want that to happen. So Galactus ended up letting Julia Garner's character, the Silver Surfer, become, of course, the Silver Surfer, in exchange for Galactus sparing her planet. So, but the look of the Silver Surfer, I thought, was pretty cool. I know there are a lot of people who are like, well, isn't the Silver Surfer supposed to be, a guy? Well, in the comics, the Silver Surfer was, a woman at first. But Julia Garner as a Silver Surfer, I thought was pretty cool. And pretty much that's basically what the plot to the film is about. Just the Fantastic Four trying to save, their planet, their Earth, from Galactus consuming it. But Pedro Pascal, I thought he did a really good job as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Pedro Pascal has been all over the place. There's no escaping Pedro Pascal. But thought he was really enjoyable. I like the chemistry between him and Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, played by Vanessa Kirby, which, both of them are married, and they end up finding out that they are about to have a baby. Sue is pregnant, and, they end up having the baby, which they named Franklin, which the baby, is cute, in the scenes that, he is in. And Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, she was very enjoyable in the role. Ebon Moss-Bachrach, who plays Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, I thought, he was very enjoyable. I like the look of The Thing here. And Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Human Torch, thought he was very fun in the role. Julia Garner, like I said, she was pretty good as the Silver Surfer. You also have Natasha Lyonne, who plays Rachel Rosman, who is a school teacher, and she's basically the love interest to Ben Grimm, The Thing. Walter Hauser, he plays Harvey Elder, aka the Mole Man, where he is the former enemy of the Fantastic Four, and he ends up turning ally to the Fantastic Four. And it was cool to see Paul Walter Hauser here. I thought he was pretty good as the Mole Man. Ralph Ineson, or Ineson, who plays Galactus. I thought, he was pretty good. I like the look of Galactus that we finally see on screen. Not, a cloud like how the character was in Rise of the Silver Surfer. But Galactus, looked absolutely awesome here. I also really liked Herbie, who is the Fantastic Four's robot companion, which after watching the film, I'm like, everybody needs to have a Herbie. But the film is good, really enjoyed it. The world looks awesome, very 1960s-ish. Galactus, like I said, looks awesome. I really like later on in the film where he ends up coming to Earth and he's just, walking around, because he wants to get Franklin, Reed Richards and Sue Storm's son. Galactus wants their son so that he won't devour their Earth. But when Galactus is walking on their Earth, you could tell, it was pretty bad, like green screen, or like you could tell that it was on a set. I'm like, yeah, that didn't look that great, in my opinion. But the Fantastic Four: First Steps, very good movie, really enjoyed it. Finally we got a Fantastic Four film that we could call really good in this film. And of course, we have, a mid and after credits scene, so, stay, during the credits, for those two scenes. We actually get a tease in the mid-credits scene, which I'm not going to give away. I'm not going to spoiler. But I'm like, yeah, I knew it was coming. But the Fantastic Four: First Steps, good movie, definitely worth watching, and it's definitely worth checking out this weekend. But anyway, that's it for my review of the Fantastic Four: First Steps. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy this review. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next video, I'll see you all later.